Hello and welcome to firststepsinforex.com. Today is the 25th of January 2011 and we are looking at the euro dollar daily chart. Now, last time we had a look at this a few days back, we had been reacting to a big down move from previously for the last few weeks. And in the last couple of weeks we had reacted to this and gone back up. We've now hit the 50% retracement of this bigger downward move. Okay, we're also very close to a support and resistance area, and also we're extremely close to a very large round number, 1.360000. Now, last week we also had some movement around the 1.5000, which was around here, and that had provided some resistance previously. And in fact, there's a pivot point support resistance area just there. So let's try and draw that one in. So there's a small one there, and the reason for that is that we bounced off it here, we bounced off it here, we bounced off it here. So that's approximately around the 1.5. Okay, so we went up. We had been long, but I'd waited. We had a little bit of a consolidation wait period here. This doji is normally a reversal signal. It's like a neutral signal. The buyers and sellers just don't know what to do. Didn't know what to do on that day, and then the following day we carried on upwards. So we burst through the 1.35, and I went long, and I'm currently still long with a stop at about just above this point here. Okay, so I'm only about 20-30 pips up at the moment, but I'm looking to see if we go further up, and our next target area would be 1.37 to 61.8% retracement. Okay, but if we look around here, we've got a conjunction. We've got a 50% euro dollar retracement, which is very key on the euro dollar. The euro dollar does tend to bounce off 50% retracements of previous moves. Okay, so not only do we're close to the 1.36 round number, we have a support and resistance area because we bounced off here, we bounced off here, we bounced off here, we bounced off here and here and here. So it's a fairly major support and resistance area, and the reason it is because it's a round number. Okay, so you have the round number, you have the 50% retracement, and you have a pivot area. So this is a key reversal point. My prediction is we're going to bounce off this and come back down. However, I don't know for certain. Okay, you can never be for certain. So the best way to handle this is just put a line in above, a few points above that previous high, slightly up. Okay, and we can draw another line in, say below that previous low, and that gives us a channel to work in. If today, my prediction is we'll go down, but like I've always said, you can predict what you like in Forex, but you'll never know for certain until it happens. Okay, because we have this conjunction, the probability is more likely to reverse. But we don't know until it happens, so we don't actually go into our trade until we see it happen. So if we go above that previous high and carry on upwards, then the long carries on. Okay, we'll find out today. If we reverse and break through this point, going below that previous high there, then we're on our way back down again, and it's worth going short with a 20, 30, 40 pip stop loss depending on your risk management. Remember, all stop losses are calculated from whereby you're only risking 2% of your trading pot and the stop loss, if you're going down, a stop loss would be above this high. Okay, where your lot sizes would be depending on the 2% of your trading pot. Let's go up to the weekly chart. And you look at the big picture, we had this massive drop here. Okay, we had the reaction, we had a new drop down here, we've got a reaction. To me, you can go up to the monthly chart. The trend is still down in the very long term. Okay, and if you look at what's going on in the world today, the euro is in danger because of all the problems that are happening in Europe, with the nervousness to do with Portugal, Ireland, Spain, their finances, Greece, etc. There's been a lot of news about bailouts by the rest of Europe, but there's a limit to how far these people will go, and the situation could get worse, and we could fall into a double-dip recession. We've managed to avoid that at the moment. Things seem to be going well in terms of corporate workings, in terms of finances, etc. Last week and this week, a lot of companies have started reporting their end of year financial reports of 2010, and they've been generally very good. So if they are positive, then the dollar will tend to rise because people are if things are good, then the dollar will tend to rise, and that can bring the euro dollar obviously down, but we shall have to wait and see. Okay, so the prediction is, let's go back to our daily chart. The prediction is that we're going to bounce off this and come down, but we don't know for certain, so we're not going to go long. We'll see what happens today. If we go above this point, then I'll go long. If we go above that, which is 1.36329, or if we go below here, then I'll go short. Because my stop loss would be executed, and I'll be going short anyway. Okay, so let's see what happens. Because at the end of the day, like I said, again and again and again, we don't know until it happens. We can stack up the probabilities and try and make it as good as we can, but we don't make the trading decision until we see that something's been confirmed. Okay, and even then, of course, we have to have our stop loss to protect our position. Because, for example, this might start going down, and then halfway through the day, turn around, bounce, and go straight back up again. If we get kicked out, we get kicked out. But we only lose 2% of our pot, so that's fine. Okay, so to summarize, we had this big move down, we have a big reaction upwards. We've hit the 50% retracement here, which typically happens a lot. In euro dollar, we typically get a reaction. We've also got support and resistance area, and we're around a round number. Okay, so look for a retracement, but don't trade until that retracement started to happen and you're certain. Okay, so that's it for today. If you want to know more about the tools and techniques I use to look at the charts, you can go to my website, www.firststepsinforex.com, and there you can access a free 150-page manual and 6 videos that show you how to start playing around and trading in Forex. The beauty is it's all free, and even the tools that you use to learn Forex are all free as well, and it's all explained in the manual and videos. So you don't have to risk any money at all in learning how to trade Forex. And until you're comfortable and you're consistently profitable, then don't risk any of your money. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks very much, and I'll report back in a couple of days.